And welcome to Wednesday Nights Overbooked. Apparently, we're in a tag team this week. Brad and Ego, I'm sure, will be here momentarily. But to my stage right now, it is the shameless, exacerbating Terminator, Matt, the Unbearable 73. How are you, sir?
Doing well tonight. How are you, JV?
If I was any more amazing, I would be illegal. It was a lovely, brisk 112 here today in Las Vegas. Wonderful weather that we're having.
Yeah, we had some of that this weekend.
I heard that I heard it got a little humid out there. Oh, that's right. Ego will be here momentarily. He's going to be he'll be here in about a half an hour. He has a date. He has a date tonight. That's so cute. And we've also got in the chat, we have the Grumpy Jump Master. Hello, sir. How are you? And we've also got from Huntsville, Alabama, Roll Tide Keely Chow. Roll Tide indeed. And of course, our wrench among wrenches, Mr. Jacob Ironside. So good to see you here. And hold on. I got to do something. Hold on. Hold. We have something more to debut here. We got some other stuff to show for you folks here. And what's this? Mr. Keely Chow says CM Punk, when he arrived in Chicago, won the undisputed WWE Championship, 2016 Chicago Cubs when they won all the next 3 games. There you go. So that is what we got going so far. We got a lot to talk about, some new title changes, new champions, and whatnot. I'm looking at the chat right now, folks. We're already at about, we have the captain of his own Starfleet. He is here, the Duke Devil 95, Bradley Burnett. How are you, sir?
Is everything working?
Everything's on my end. It is.
I had a reboot. I'm sorry, and my top 5 is now MIA, so I have to reconstruct this.
Oh no!
Wonderful day, and now I have a ghost.
That's a sign from the wrestling gods about that top 5.
Hey, stuff happens. So I'm looking at the chat. We're at about 6 or 7 likes right there. We're well on our way to our initial goal of 12 likes for the chat. If you do that, we get to have a special segment for start off next week's show. We fell a little short, so we didn't get a chance to talk to Momo. Everyone likes talking to Momo. Oh, wait, hold on. Whatever here. If you haven't already hit that like,
Jesus Christ,
sir. All right, we'll let you have. We'll let you have one, Keely. Here we go.
Oh! Fatality.
Which, by the way, thanks to Mr. Jacob Ironside, we have a new addition to the Fatality group. Going to be a lot of fun. We'll have to wait till Ego shows up to.
I mean, give it to the Seahawks. They had to get out of their system because over 100 years without a chance to win the Super Bowl again.
Wow.
Jesus.
Wow. You know what? I think just for that, sir, we're going to debut it right now.
Fatality.
I like the bell.
That was my thought. Thank you, Jacob Ironside, for that. Also, thank you for the thumbnail of the video I dropped earlier today, which will be an entire topic altogether. Believe you me.
I don't remember. Just reminded me of something, JV. I don't remember exactly when it occurred, but the best sort of nut shot I remember ever seeing somewhere in ECW, that like there was a behind the nut shot like that, and the wrestler spit something out of his mouth solid, like on purpose, and Cyrus or one said, "Oh my gosh, he put him all the way up, like out, like that's how hard he hit him." That is, I was like, well-timed event, you know what I mean? But
sure, I mean,
I was trying to be like not too vulgar the way they said it.
Yes, thank you. Because again, this is ECW. Where
Joey Styles did, oh my God. And then Cyrus was like,
if you didn't know, folks, by now, Matt is an ECW mark. That's fine. But
what? I did not know this. I feel like
real
I'm new to the show.
Real ECW, not WWECW. Real ECW.
Okay. Yeah, no one cares. So
no one cares about WWECW.
So there was some sad news over the weekend, as we had been talking not too long ago about the seemingly organic transformation of Charlotte Flair from a just despised heel that nobody wanted to see in the ring anymore to a very likable babyface character. Now, we definitely said that part of it. Hey, hello, Mr. Tully Television. How are you, sir? Part of it was the WWE pairing her with Alexa Bliss. That had a major part of it. But in an interview, Charlotte let us in on another aspect of this persona change. Was when she was going through her rehab for her knee, she was put in touch with this little girl named Scarlett. And she got to know her family. And this little girl was dealing with a malignant, aggressive, cancerous tumor that had latched itself onto her brainstem. And we had seen this little girl in the front row of major events. Actually, I found out that the ring gear Charlotte wore at the Survivor Series War Games match was designed by Scarlett. Now, this was not just some fan that Charlotte just kind of gave lip service to. She actually, whenever they were in the state where they were in, she would spend time at their house. She was at Scarlett's first communion, had a birthday party. Early Sunday morning, little Scarlett passed away at the age of 8. Now, from what I have heard, as far as the funeral cost goes, I believe I've heard that Charlotte is paying for the entire funeral, and the family has set up a GoFundMe for medical expenses and to whatnot. Within, I believe, 24 hours, they were over $50,000. And members of the WWE and the sports world have already reached out. Charlotte contributed $8,000. I believe Alexa Bliss matched that. LA Knight contributed $1,000. Bailey contributed $3,500, and Tyrese Halliburton of the Indiana Pacers contributed $10,000. So this little thing just kind of touched me because again, we know Charlotte for one type of person, and this almost humanized Charlotte. So I just want to get the guys' thoughts quickly. Matt, let's start with you.
Well, just being objective, I remember when Charlotte came around almost 20 years ago now, 15, 20 years ago. She could switch between face and heel fairly easy. She wasn't a great face, but she could do it. Then she got locked into this heel rut in a long time. And, so as far as the wrestling part goes, I'm happy that she could transition and gain that flexibility back. As far as the kid, man, everyone hates it when kids get sick or die or whatever. That's normal and human. I'm glad this family is getting helped. I'll say a prayer for that. I said a prayer for the child. And I mean, it's like that other kid, Connor. Remember him from
Connor's Cure, right?
Would hit Stephanie into Triple H, and was it who broke kayfabe right ringside? Was it Triple H?
May have been.
Yeah, he broke kayfabe for the guy, and
if memory serves me.
Yeah, I mean, there's been a couple others over the years, but the tragedy when these kids suffer before their time.
Right. Brad, thoughts?
Obviously, it's very tragic. But one of the good things about WWE, and we do rag on them a lot. We rag on the wrestling style and everything, but we're a bunch of freaking adults talking about this. To kids, these are superheroes. And I think they know that. I think the wrestlers know that. I mean, you look at John Cena doing Make-A-Wish.
Cody Rhodes now.
Cody Rhodes doing it now. That's why Cody's probably always going to kind of be a face.
Maybe.
They recognize what they are, and it's putting smiles on kids' faces. I forget who said that.
I believe it may have been Vince.
May have been Vince. That's incredible if Vince said that. But yeah, that's the bottom line. I mean, it is an entertainment business. And like we said, it's soap opera for dudes. But kids see these giant guys who are giant, men and women like doing phenomenal things. And they're real life superheroes. I mean, you can go watch a real life Marvel movie. But and sometimes you get to see Chris Evans or Chris Pratt come to hospital. But like these guys, and like John Cena went, how many Make-A-Wish did he did? I don't know, like 300 or something. They just wanted to see John Cena.
Right.
So, they recognize the importance. And like I say, we are obviously not big Charlotte Flair fans. That's fine. As a person, what she did was wonderful. And everyone, reaching out to help the family. Same thing as we talked about. Matt just brought up Connor's Cause. That's one of the first ones we really remember.
Connor's Cure, right.
Connor's Cure, sorry. But yeah, I mean, I think this is part of the side of wrestling that kind of doesn't get enough highlight. It's like we always hear about Jesus Christ.
Oh boy.
I know what that meant.
Okay,
we always hear.
Hey, hang on, Boosh.
I know.
Just for you, Boosh.
Oh! Fatality.
It's like on the news. It's like on the news. You always hear about the bad guys. You always hear about the bad kids. You don't hear about the kids that are like doing great things enough. So, it's sad. It's awful. It was a reality, but the fact that Charlotte made this girl's life, gave her something to smile about. That's what's important.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if you've seen any of the video packages, you saw this little girl before the tumor took an aggressive hold on her. She was dressed up as Charlotte for Halloween. She was doing the woo, and it just kind of reminds me. We get caught up in the dealings in the business, but this is still something that you can.
Oh, I think it's underrated how the average pro wrestler are generally good people, like most people.
Yeah.
Like you get the bad reputation of how Benoit's career ended, or other stuff. Even some of the guys like Hack Wilson / the Sandman, they drink and stuff, but they were still very decent guys overall.
Right, and we have to I have to remind folks that yes, these are athletes. They're also actors.
Yeah.
Some of them don't act very well, but that's a different story altogether. Yeah. Now, as Brad said, a soap opera for guys. Part of a certain style of wrestling would be lucha libre, which if you go to a lucha show, it's basically a live soap opera being played out right in front of you through the medium of wrestling. Well, WWE a couple of years just over right before 2024, 25, I believe, bought a majority share of the wrestling promotion at AAA. Now, it was something to get used to. I didn't watch a lot of lucha. It was cool to see certain characters. But now that you've got the Undertaker, Mark Calloway, in charge, he's the chief creative officer for that promotion. It's been getting a lot. I will dare say it, been getting a lot more interesting, and it seems to be that AAA is bringing new life to main roster talent or talent that's been on the main roster. Just for an example, I mean, we first got introduced to talent that we used to see in WCW, like Arca, which is just a persona that just gets passed on from generation to generation. We got to meet Mr. Iguana, entertaining, can get a little old, but we started seeing WWE and NXT people start getting involved with this promotion. I mean, guys who have not been on TV that much. Just this past Saturday, Rey Mysterio, who's the GM of AAA, introduced someone who will be added to the AAA roster, and that is former World Heavyweight Champion Damian Priest. When he got introduced, massive pop, and he cut a promo in Spanish. He's from Puerto Rico. Really got the crowd going. We've seen someone who's not been used on the main roster TV much at all, Rey Phoenix, capture one of the AAA workhorse titles, and Rey Phoenix is no stranger to AAA. He grabbed their cruiserweight champion, and his matches, he's not just doing matches for AAA. For the last few weeks, he's had feature matches on SmackDown defending the AAA championship. And I mean, we can't overlook the obvious success story, and that is the emergence of El Grande Americano, the 100-year-old legend of luchador, which we found out has embodied Chad Gable for a brief time, and apparently some guy named Marcel Berthel, also known as Ludwig Kaiser, is the man under the mask now. I know that's a shock.
Hold on. What are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? I don't know what lies you're spreading, Joker. I will not tolerate this.
Oh,
I will not tolerate this blasphemy against El Grande Americano. I am 5 minutes from the Gulf of America, where he swims in daily with dolphins, teaching them how to swim better.
How to avoid underwater volcanoes.
Oh, he beat the volcanoes.
Yeah.
All pretense aside, I think this is an overall good thing, especially for folks who have not been used that well on the main roster. Obviously, in the case of Damian Priest, Mark Calloway is a fan of him, and I think he will be used very well in AAA. Brad, your thoughts on just has the acquisition of AAA been a net positive for the WWE?
I think it's definitely an opportunity to expand things and to make it more interesting. I mean, sometimes we get a little stale.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we can look at some of the storylines right now. Bloodline 2.0. 3. I don't know where we are. I've lost track. But expanding the brand and giving other, when it's like when you said like Damian Priest, I'm like, what the hell's Damian Priest doing down there? It's just, although he wasn't doing much on the main roster.
A tag team with R-Truth.
Main roster.
Yeah, is still a championship? Does he still have that?
Yes, and this is the first decision that they've done that I don't agree with. They're going to be challenging the War Raiders for the AAA Tag Team Championships title for title.
What? I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
They
might be doing a swap, like War Raiders come back up here type of thing.
And do what? Nothing?
Well, mid-card.
We have too many belts.
We have too many wrestlers.
No, what you have is you've got too many. You've just got bad creative, and you're trying to get these tag teams over in a company that really doesn't like tag team wrestling.
Yeah. They just need one set of belts, so we don't need multiple belts. So, I mean, first off, get rid of the women's tag entirely. No one gives a crap. Just get a tag team and just float them. So, I mean,
well,
that Eddie,
they are never going to get rid of the women's tag titles, and they should, because it's actually helped NXT when they dropped them. But I agree. Combine the tag titles, the world and the WWE tag titles, and have that team float. That's what it should be. That's just what I think. AAA, NXT, and TNA. Ooh, TNA. No. Don't think so. That's just my thought, though.
Well, maybe SmackDown.
SmackDown, yes. Yeah. Steakhouse, we should serve. That's funny. Matt, your thoughts on the overall of AAA?
Well, I've watched some AAA on over the years. As you guys have learned, if you haven't watched it, it's a different style and all that.
Correct.
I like. I really, the one thing I would like them to avoid is making AAA like simulated combat sport, like top level of WWE is now. I want them to keep the storytelling with the magical powers and guys who could fake kayfabe fly, and because you need some of that. If it's all the same simulated combat sport, then you're watching the same thing over and over again.
I don't think they're going to do that, but because of the audience that they cater to. I mean,
I agree with you. I'm just saying I want TKO to learn the lesson here.
Gotcha.
And Undertaker's a very talented guy. You know, the crowd would pop so hard if he just appeared as old school. Like,
that's never happening. That's never happening.
Doesn't have to wrestle. Just has to physically.
He has said an award. He has said the dead man is dead. He's never.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, like, you might have mass heart attacks in the audience, like, because that type of character down there, there's like 17 Mexican Undertaker Juniors running around, in that sort of setting, guys who worship the God of the dead and all that. So, but like I said, he's doing a great job. He worked well with El Grande Americano to put Chad Gable over.
Stop it. I don't know why you keep trying to connect it. I mean, we know Chad Gable did a favor for El Grande Americano. That's all we know.
Well, see, I did El Grande did the favor for Chad Gable because
El Grande got over.
El Grande was over.
El Grande's been over for decades, centuries.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. So you're right. He did the favor to Chad, letting Chad like wear the mask for a bit. That one match, never again.
Indians overcome the Aztecs. I mean, he's been around for so long.
I think he was probably the one who taught Namor how to swim,
possibly, and fly.
Mm-hmm.
No, we will not talk about that. No.
Oh.
No. So that's AAA. Now I'm kind of waiting for Ego here because I had him do some investigative stuff, but I guess we're gonna have to wait for him to show up. But
you got baby duty.
They're on a date. They have a date.
Well, I have one this weekend. It's our anniversary.
Congratulations.
For not being married for 16 years. We're doing it great.
That is awesome, sir. That, you know what? Just for that, Brad, you're going to get this right here.
Your ruler has arrived.
Well done, sir. Oh. Get him to check it out. That is awesome.
He was like, Ego, what are you doing with your phone? Just checking on my stock exchanges.
Right, exactly.
I'm checking on the baby's future. We got to trade. Yeah. I'm day trading.
Yeah.
So I did a video this morning, and I'm looking at the chat right here. We're at about 10 likes. We're 2 away from talking to Momo. If you have not hit that thumbs up button yet, make sure you do do so. Also, if you look down below in the description, you will see links to all of our socials, all of our YouTube channels, where we all would like your eyeballs, the watch hours, subscriptions, and of course the likes for all of our channels.
Memberships soon too, maybe.
Hey,
oh yeah,
if we get 20 likes, we will try to convince Ego to live tweet from his next date.
No, that will not be going. So, if you don't mind, folks,
I'd say you better subscribe or we'll bash in some skulls, right?
Shiro's gonna watch this video and go, "What were you doing?"
Alrighty, so we're going to talk about this, as I did a video this morning. Something that when I was in the genre space, as we all are in that, we've all been in that space for some time, deal with the cancel culture, the wokey-wokes, the blue-haired land whales.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The male feminists. Sir, no.
Jesus Christ.
He's Keely.
Just like getting Grok to generate these, I guess.
I know, right? So the male feminists, the wokey-wokes, cancel culture, and like I said, from being in the genre space, we've dealt with these folks before, and they claim to be about acceptance and tolerance and love, unless you step outside what they deem as ideal.
Well, they tolerate everyone who agrees with them.
Yes, exactly.
That's true tolerance.
So I'm going to show something really quick here, and this kind of started this. Let me find it real quick here. Okay, we're gonna bring this in there. We're gonna change this. No sound. So I'm gonna share a screen here real quick. I'm gonna share this real quick here. This happened on Tuesday right here. Now, this happened. This closed out Tuesday NXT. So we're not going to play any sound, but this is Tatum Paxley in the ring, and he's hit by this mystery woman here. She knew she messed up, and just the vitriol that a woman got on some Facebook pages and whatnot, saying that this woman sucks and who the hell is she? And some people call her fat, and I'm like, that is Nikki Blackheart, who now goes by the name Reina Vulcan for NXT. She knew she screwed up. She knew she botched it. At least she was able to recover it. It's just unfair how relentless some of these people are. Oh, wait, hold on. If they are wrestling fans, you can find. Oh well, you know, sir, that is. We're gonna. Keely, well played, sir.
Oh! Fatality.
Well played on that, sir. So she can check it out. It's got to be quick. Right. Shake that up. It's got to be quick. Correct.
Well, are we talking about the
We're gonna get
issue or the fan issue?
We're gonna get there as we. This is not uncommon, as just these are now infiltrating the already toxic place, the IWC. The IWC is just some of the worst that we've gotten. I'm going to go over some examples. Like I said, we had Nikki right there. The most recent one, Chelsea Green.
Oh God.
Now, if you follow Chelsea Green on any social media at all, this woman clearly leans to the political left. She's not shy about this. Last Friday on SmackDown, they were in a 6-woman match. They were teamed up with Tiffany Stratton, teaming up with Scarlett against Jade, B-Fab, and Michin. Now, prior to the match, Tiffany and Chelsea did a meme where they imitated the Sophie Cunningham point towards toward the 3 heels. Somebody online said the gang up that happened is Chelsea Green is clearly MAGA.
That's not even MAGA.
And as a wrestler, she is absolute trash. Now, Chelsea Green did make the mistake of engaging these people, trying to explain herself, and it got worse, and it got worse, and it got worse, to the point to where Chelsea Green has deactivated her personal X account. Someone else who dealt with this, what is this, Jacob? I've gone shopping in Walmart in my pajamas, so stop it. It's quite comfy. Is another one that we just lost Matt there. He'll be back in a second. Piper Niven at the Night of Champions Premium. There we go. He is back here. There you are, sir.
Misclick.
No worries. So Piper Niven was commenting about Jade Cargill, shockingly, executing a black hole slam on Tiffany Stratton at the Night of Champions Premium Live event. Piper Niven rated the execution of the move 5 out of 10, called it sloppy. Noted that Jade missed a few little things. Hey, look who is here. He has made it, folks. It is the co-pilot and the partner of the show. It is Left.
Wait a minute.
Oh, we got the date night shirt. Look at that.
I know. He went out in public like that.
I know. Whoa. Brad, here we go.
Hero, this woman just gave birth to your baby.
Fatality.
She gave birth to your baby and not the shirt you wear on a date with her?
This is the least colorful shirt I own, so just it could have been worse.
Oh my God, it's even worse.
I am sorry.
Suddenly his Jey Uso love makes sense.
It does. Again, highlighter chic is what I like to call it.
Hey, but you're doing better than Jay in the relationship world.
We will talk about that in just a bit. There's more news for that. So, Ego, we kind of just started, and I talked about Chelsea Green, and I was going into Piper Niven, how the online hatred that Piper Niven got from the Jade Cargill Glazers. Yes. They were to the point where they were body shaming her. There was threats of violence toward her. And this is a woman who is also a power wrestler. And the critique that Piper Niven had was less about Jade. It was more about keeping Tiffany Stratton safe, which, as we have all said, should be priority number 1 in the ring. So for critiquing somebody who's known for being reckless, so someone else's career does not get cut short, she got online hate. And there were 2 other ones. So Ego, I will throw it to you. The hatred towards Solruka and Kendall Gray.
All right, so you don't need anything me to read off of Piper Niven, what they said about her first. All right,
well,
cool.
I mean, if you have some stuff that was said, please.
Okay. I tried to get the most egregious comments for me, which is going to be technically just one for everyone, because that's a lot to hate to sift through, and I'm more of a positive kind of guy. But for when it came to Piper Niven, I checked online. Most of the stuff was found either on X or Reddit. This was from 1-800-CHOKE THAT hoe. That is their that's the name they chose to go with.
Change that name. Change that name.
That's yeah, should change that name. They're basically saying, as a reply to what the Piper Niven said about not keeping Tiffany Stratton safe, why are you and your friend Chelsea obsessed with Jade? Worry about putting your neck back together, babe. You bitches are so mad that you had to work 20 years deep into your career and you still have nothing to show for it. While she, in a little under a decade, has done more than you at a way bigger stage, get her dick out of your mouth and go to physical therapy. That was rough.
What?
Yeah, again, most
20 years. Wait a minute. 20 who worked 20 years?
I was also confused at that. That was confusing.
The age doesn't work.
It's really weird. I mean, I found the one tweet that set off Chelsea Green to the one she actually had to reply to. And this person said, why did it take finding out Chelsea Green was MAGA for ninjas to admit she was trash? And that's the one that she actually had to say, hey, I'm Canadian citizen, I'm liberal. So that kind of was the one that set her off. So I deemed that to be the most egregious. This one had me ready to fight. It was against Sol Ruka, or as they call them.
Okay, so for
sorry, go ahead.
Context, explain what the situation was. This was or I will set it up. This was a Euro house show. This was a fatal four-way match, and there was a botched spot between Sol Ruka and Liv Morgan. It did look scary. Liv was not going to be factored into the decision of the match, so she rolled out of the ring, took herself out of the match, so the match could continue. Go on, correct, sir.
Yeah, and I watched the botch, and it looked like it could have been on both parts there, but that's neither here nor there. So people were actually upset with Liv Morgan, with Sol Ruka injuring Liv Morgan on the botched crossbody off of the mid ropes springboard, right? And so basically, the thing that set me off personally was they said, people, if you have autocorrect, please use it. They called her Sol Ruki. They called her the Jey Uso of the female wrestlers.
Wow.
Who does that? That's unnecessary and unfortunate. Which was weird because
Jey Uso fan is even saying that.
Right,
I'm saying that too. And that was weird because it set off a bunch of Liv Morgan stance. There wind up being like there's a Liv Morgan civil war now because they're saying Liv Morgan.
Vicious.
Yeah, it's weird because
are vicious. They are vicious.
It's very, very weird because when it comes to that, when they snap on people for Liv and then it winds up coming back to them because what wound up happening with Kendall Gray, I'm not sure if you guys covered that.
Not yet, but please go on.
So Kendall Gray apparently called someone what is called the F word, not the 4-letter F word, but the other F word. And so
I guess sticks.
Yes, apple sticks, or a loose cigarette in British slang.
Yes,
and people were going back and saying, "Hey, you should cancel her." Only issue is that it's a tweet from 2014, so she was like 13 years old, 14 years old. So the weird thing for me was that people of a certain community were putting in gifs saying like, "Hey, bitch, when I catch you, it's like fists on sight." It's a very weird reaction to have. And the funny thing with that was the people that were upset about what was said about Kendall Gray went after the person that tweeted it because it's a Liv Morgan stan. They're like, hey, Liv Morgan's dating a MAGA guy. How do you feel about that? Fuck Liv Morgan. It was like, hey, fuck Kendall Gray because of what she said. It's a weird civil war. I'm just glad it took me hours to find all this because it lets me know my timeline is generally cleansed and clean. So
as far as
contaminated now
here's the thing with Kendall Gray. This response, this retweeting of something she said when she was 13 years old, came within 24 hours after she won the NXT Women's Championship. which for me indicates, to use a gun term, I don't use guns or anything, but I believe this would be a correct term. Somebody had this response chambered and was ready to use this at any time.
Absolutely.
And I'm also gonna say this: if you're combing the internet looking at what children are saying, that says more about you. Brad,
do not underestimate the tism of the internet.
That's fair.
Brad, we've all dealt with these lunatics.
Yeah, I've dealt with a few comments on my page.
Go on, please.
First, I want to compliment, and this is a compliment. I think we should start changing LeftEyeEgo's name, as long as he's dressing this way, is the modern day Venus flytrap.
Fatality.
Ego,
I'm
take
glad
your glasses off and say, what's going on out there? Well, let's see how close this could be.
I'm just picturing a whole new WKRP 2026. So, otherwise, the internet is a fucking horrible place. Let's be honest, guys. It's terrible.
Right.
I mean, it's just like the littlest thing. And like, I mean, my channel. I have less than 600 subscribers, but I've gotten some comments on there. And I was like, what the hell? I'm nobody. What are you doing? And I'm not even saying much. So it literally is like, there are people who just, there's great things about the internet and there's terrible things about the internet. We have a freedom of speech. We should also have discernment, meaning, should I say this?
Right.
Which is why I'm in favor of installing an app on every phone for any social media post that says, do you really want to say this? And then it says, are you sure? And then third time, okay, I guess we're doing this. You're right. Okay. It's just like, I don't understand the need or why. And again, I'm a person who criticizes movies.
Yes.
I critique superhero movies. That's what I love to watch. I love superhero movies. I love science fiction. I go out there and critique it. But I'm not just like, like if like, for instance, Star Trek Strange New Worlds is coming out. Okay.
Oh,
I like Anson Mount as an actor. I don't agree with him politically. I'm not going to go and like post shit on his page saying some bullshit. What purpose is that? If anything, if for instance, and the was that Nikki Blackheart? Is that was her you were pointing out? First off, I'm surprised that the WWE actually put it out that way. I would have thought they would have edited it to try to avoid the botch.
Well, it was live. That's why. It was live.
Well, yeah, but still, yeah, it was live. But the problem is it was on a Twitter page.
Yeah.
So that means someone took the video and used it. Well, guess what?
It's also
I edited a lot of my videos. So that you avoid all the
They want to show they're developing, so they can say 5 years later, look, she botched to move them, how good she is now. They want to put that in the public.
That's a bunch of crap. It's a bunch of crap.
Okay, Matt, concisely, because I know
very concisely. This is how stupid people can be. You've mentioned the Sophie finger pointing thing, right? For 21 years, Dikembe Mutombo, a dominant physical force in the middle, wagged that finger. Okay, so when Sophie wagged her finger, she, after a dominant physical retaliatory event, which Dikembe Mutombo was famous for, okay, everyone like apparently had brain damage and forgot him or whatever, And the same thing in wrestling. There's people who just, when criticism comes from someone, they're looking to find fault with the criticizer and not listening to the content of what is said.
Correct.
So it's just, and we're stuck with the ramifications. Is that the right word? Ramifications of it. Having to talk about this instead of a great match or a bad match or the constructive criticism of Nikki Blackheart and how they should have dealt with that rather than have her just stand there or whatever. Like, we can't talk about that, which is wrestling related. We're talking about morons hiding behind Twitter, not even hiding, saying the first stupid thing that comes to mind. In the stupidest way possible.
What's up, sir?
Possible.
And I'm looking at the chat right now. We're at 11 likes, folks. 11. One away from a dozen to get a special segment next week. So make sure you hit that like button. I'm going to say the one thing, and then I'll hand it over to Ego to wrap this segment up. To the white knights out there, to the stands out there, these women are never going to fuck you. Okay? If they met you, they would probably be disgusted by you. I'm just saying. So stop. You're never going to date Liv Morgan. She's in a relationship. You're never going to date Jade Cargill. She's happily married to someone who's worth a lot more money than you are. Ego, wrap this up. Just the horrible name, just the horrible people. Go, please.
Guys, things happen and mistakes can be made. Just don't be fucking weird. Please don't. I mean, we're already in a niche thing that the general public doesn't say is real. It requires no physical effort. And they really try to put it down every chance they get, unless it's WrestleMania. Don't make it harder on the rest of us. Just don't be weird. Don't act like a fat ass. That's all we ask. That's all we ask.
Ego, well said, sir. Just for that.
Your ruler has arrived.
And you did notice the brand new toy that Jacob made for us, right?
It was very nice. I like it already.
It's the Taco Bell that just adds it to it.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing.
Wait. But Joker, you'll see when she's, you know that. And Whitey,
I don't understand.
Whitey, hold on. For Whitey and Tully, both of you.
Oh! Fatality.
Really, I think people need to remember that Liv and Dom are very happy together right now. So
Right. And Dom's
Exactly.
happily married too. So
to Liv, right?
no.
What? Wait, what?
No.
Dude, what?
Just
What's
like-
happening?
Just
Like,
like
I'm so confused right now. What is
Just like-
happening?
just like Maxine Dupree is not with Austin Theory.
Exactly.
Well, now she joined the bad guys.
Vision.
Yeah, she's with the Vision now. Yeah, I don't know what you mean.
And her husband
It was
her husband is in NXT.
You know who's with any woman he wants?
Wait a minute. Wait, she's not. She's with Austin. You are blowing my mind, dude. What the fuck are you talking about?
Alrighty.
Relationships are real.
Speaking of Maxine Dupree and joining the Vision, that happened the other night on Monday Night Raw, where some things happened. So some things happened on Monday Night Raw. We had a WWE Championship match on Raw. Okay. In Chicago. The opening angle, Cody Rhodes, who had defeated Jey Uso, thank God, to have this championship match on Raw for the main event, gets blindsided by the ring general Gunther, who slammed his head into a car door. Nice little touch with a little blood trickling out. Cody was not medically cleared to compete that night, but the fans in Chicago were promised championship match. They just needed to find someone to step up and seize this opportunity.
Our truth stepped up.
I wonder who it could have been. I wonder in Chicago. Definitely not in Chicago.
It wasn't the Bears either.
No, definitely not.
Wasn't the Seahawks.
Oh,
Oh,
Wow.
Fatality.
nice one, Matt. Nice one.
Well done, sir.
We had a main event. Sami Zayn, shockingly, CM Punk came out and had this match was awesome. This match was so good for a TV match. This felt like a premium live event match. These two guys put on a show. They gave them 20 minutes. CM Punk got the 1, 2, 3, and Sami Zayn's historic WWE title reign is 9 days. It is the shortest. The only reign that was shorter in the last 5 years was The Miz.
no, CM Punk.
Yike.
Well, who had a longer? Well, of the WWE championship.
Oh, of the undisputed championship. I was thinking the big gold belt.
Right, big gold. So this now makes things going into SummerSlam kind of interesting. Now, there wasn't a lot going on, and the same folks who were complaining that Sami Zayn won the WWE championship were then complaining that he didn't have a long enough.
He lost it.
He lost it to CM Punk.
Joker, it's like this. Hold on. Oh, where's the win? Here's the win. I'm going to follow this win. Oh, wait. Here's this one. I'm just going to follow whichever way the wind blows so I get likes and clicks.
Yes, exactly. Here's the good thing here's why this is a net positive for the entire thing. Again, folks, we're still at 11 likes. Somebody out there who has not hit that thumbs up yet, make sure you do that. We're one away. First off, we have been saying on the show for weeks now that CM Punk should probably move over to SmackDown. SmackDown can use some star power.
Mm-hmm.
This now moves CM Punk to SmackDown very easily. It also takes the top babyface spot on that show off of Cody Rhodes.
Yep.
Cody Rhodes could probably start doing stuff that's a little more heelish, a little more edgy. You can now start playing with this character more where he's not the white bread babyface that he has been since he came back to the company. So now you've got your main events for SummerSlam. It will probably be Seth and Roman night 1, Cody, Punk, or Sammy as a triple threat for night 2.
Sammy gets his rematch
because Sammy has a rematch, and Cody was supposed to be in the match and never got to do the match. Cody now has a case that I should be in this match. Yes, Brad.
What about Gunther coming in also for 4-1?
I was going for it. That's what I was thinking. Fatal 4-way.
Gunther will be going up against Nick Aldis.
Oh, that's right. I forgot that we talked about that at one point, I think.
Yeah.
Yep. That will be his match. So we know we're going to get Oba, Brock, Hell in a Cell. That's probably going to be an opening match because Brock wants to get. Yep. Which by the way, I'm just going to add this here. The reason we had a 6-match card for Night of Champions is ESPN told TKO the pay part of the show, which is everything past the first hour where you have to go to the ESPN Unlimited app. They want more matches on that side, so it gives you like you're actually getting your money's worth. And I'm like, you're not wrong, but Night of Champions last year was before ESPN was 6 matches too. So just saying. We know we're going to get Oba versus Brock for the World Heavyweight Championship. As I said, Roman and Seth. Women's World Championship Liv and Io, WWE Championship Punk. I'm going to assume it's going to be a triple threat, Cody and Sammy. Next week on Raw, we're going to have a 7-man gauntlet match to determine the number one contender for Penta and the IC title at SummerSlam. Rusev, Dominic Mysterio, Ethan Page, Dragon Lee, Joe Hendry, Chad Gable, Javon Evans.
Have they had to set the order, or are they going to do casino gauntlet style?
It's a gauntlet match. You just draw your number. It is
so casino gauntlet style.
No, it's a standard gauntlet match.
Yeah, but sometimes a gauntlet match has the guys set in order ahead of time.
Whoever the last man standing at the end. This is not a casino. This is not a casino match where the first pinfall wins the match.
Okay. Yeah.
There's only one WWE. You have one job. And you send Chad Gable to Minneapolis, his hometown, to face Penta. One job. This is your job.
Chad Gable will be an early entry.
Probably.
Chad Gable, managed by El Grande Americano.
Sure.
He's going to be in his corner.
I think we're going to get it's inevitable. Charlotte and Jade. That's happening. Gunther, Aldis. I don't know who they're going to have Tiffany Stratton face. She's also from Minnesota. I assume she's going to be on that card.
But it's a 2-night card, right?
Yep,
it's 2 nights. So what are you thinking? 5 matches each night, 5 or 6?
They said what was it? Wrestle Purists, and said via PW Insider, SummerSlam will be a total of 13 or 14 matches.
Wow.
Yeah, so basically the WrestleMania of the summer, which is what it was always billed as, kind of.
Yeah.
So, any thoughts on SummerSlam thus far? If you notice, they're not paying any attention to Saturday night's main event, which is in a couple of weeks, which we're not paying attention to.
No one cares anymore
either, because right now that card is ass. That card is ass. It's 4 times a year, Matt. It's not that often.
That's too often.
That's too often.
Because right now they have 2 matches. It's J.D. McDonough versus Danhausen. Who will get the biggest pop of the entire night? He's going to be.
Well, why is this just not main event? What the F? Just
and then we're
get rid of it.
And then because they have the contractual agreement they have with Peacock still. So
Peacock.
And then we've got the women's tag titles, Brie and Paige going up against Fallon
forgot about that.
Fallon Henley and Laney Reed. Just title change it, please. Because
no one cares.
I don't want to see Brie Bella anymore.
Seriously, no one cares.
Like you want mode?
But we still have not heard any word on Rhea Ripley. She's been off TV. She's been off TV for a while. Apparently, their ego. I know she out with an injury. Did you hear? Have you heard anything on the injury front?
No, I mean they're really kind of keeping it under wraps as to what she's actually injured with. I don't know if this is a strain or a stretched ligament. I don't know. They just keep saying knee injury, but they won't say anything outside of that. I'm gonna keep looking to see if I find anything, but yeah, they're just saying it's it's a knee injury and they won't go any further than that. So I'll try to look up. I'll see if I'll look up if I find anything new, but knee injury is all I'm hearing.
Okay, so possibly we don't know yet is she going to be ready to go at SummerSlam? Is she going to have to vacate the title? Which injuries are a part of wrestling, and it's also at times a golden opportunity, which ties in to the staple of this show.
Always keep a smile on your face.
And that is the Wednesday Nights Overbooked Top 5, where we take a wrestling topic, we give our 5 best takes. Our number 5 take gets 1 point. Our number 1 take gets 5 points at the end. Bradley Burnett changes his name to Price Waterhouse to give us the official scientific definitive answer on this topic: injuries and the opportunity for someone to take a ball and run with it. Let's give our top 5s the best example of someone who took an opportunity and benefited, unfortunately, on behalf of someone's injury. Ego, let's start with you. Your number 5.
All right, I'm going to try to go with as much recent memory and a little bit from what I remember as I can. I think I have number 5, Triple H, 1999, I believe. I think Austin had the neck injury, and I forgot what happened to Undertaker. But both of them were out for an extended period of time, and gave time for Triple H to be pushed as kind of the guy for the next few years. I'm not sure if any of that changes if you have a healthy Austin and Undertaker at the same time, but I got Triple H at number 5 for the year 1999 onward.
Alrighty. Brad, your number 5.
I will address Ego's 1999 year later on. My number 4 and number 5 can swap. I'm gonna hold on. Calling in an audible right now, and okay. My number 5 is going to be Randall K. Orton.
Randall Keith Orton. Okay.
This was back when I forget I didn't write down the year. This was when Batista was like holding the championship, was the face on SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
I think was this 2007, something like that.
Somewhere in that time.
Yeah. So he had the title for about 10 months, and then he went out with an injury. So SmackDown needed to build a new character, and this is when Randy shot it up, becoming the big heel that we know much more today. So this is like the Viper was truly born at this point. I think it was 2007. I'll go back and check.
All righty. Matt, your number 5.
So just to be clear, my 5 had to involve a real injury, not a kayfabe injury and storyline.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe this is around WrestleMania 20, that time period. The APA was a thing, Bradshaw and Ron Simmons, but they were fading. They were faces, but they were fading. Then a bunch of dudes left and got injured. I think Brock left and all that. So Bradshaw changed his gimmick from who got injured. There were a couple of injuries. So Bradshaw changed his gimmick from APA Bradshaw to JBL, got over big as a heel and got his first title. And that came because, aside from the departures, there were a couple of injuries. I can remember the two top guys were injured at the time. And I just can't remember which 2 they were. But they were, anyway, that's my number 5.
Okay. My number 5 for context are all recent. My number 5 was the Glow for a long time. Somebody in her little trio of Jade and B got injured. It was off TV for quite some time. And we got this new, darker personality from Naomi, who went from the Glow to Proceed with Caution. And it was the best work she had done as a heel. Even captured the Women's World Championship before Big Jim kind of took her out of action.
Planted a seed?
Planted a seed, yes. Planted a seed.
Johnny Appleseed on the spot.
So Naomi, is my number 5. Ego, your number 4.
All right, my number 4 is also going to be a quite recent memory. It might go to 2025, even though it was planned to happen much later. I thought speeding it up was a good move. That is Braun Breaker taking over as the leader of the Division for the injury of Seth Rollins in 2025. I really wanted to see what he'd be able to do unleashed as a singles wrestler, and once I saw him take over the Division, it was fantastic. It's just very, very, very unfortunate that the Vision is like me, it only works about 50%. So,
I love the self ownership, sir. It's great.
Thank you.
Brad, your number 4.
One of the many times that Triple H tore his quadriceps was
many times. Yes,
he only had 2 quadriceps. He's torn them both. Vince upped them, of course, wearing both of them at the same time on a run down to the. Yeah, that was amazing. So in 2007, Triple H tore his quadriceps, and WWE needed a new babyface. They got one who went basically until last year when he did a very failed heel run. John Cena.
Folks seem to forget that John Cena started off as a heel.
He was kind of a thug, a doctor of thugonomics, I believe his degree was.
Yes. Matt, your number 4, sir.
It's the same event as Brad, but a different wrestler.
Okay,
so
go on.
Triple H got injured in that storyline, and he's someone to step in as the heel. Who stepped in, took advantage of that? Shawn Michaels stepped into that storyline and did good work there.
And didn't he and Cena go off against each other, I think, that year?
Yeah. That was the WrestleMania 23 or 24. 23.
Yep. Yeah.
Shawn Michaels is great, no matter what. I'm just saying. All right. I'm still looking at the chat, guys. 11. Whoever has not hit that like yet, do it. Do it now. My number 4. This is during the Thunderdome time.
Oh, God.
I know. It's a tragic time. Ego, if it was not for an Achilles injury to Jimmy Uso, Jey Uso would not have gotten the push he got to main
I
event.
consider Jey Uso on the list.
I mean, it's
Can you imagine part of the world would be with the eats.
Matt, I'm still talking.
Sorry, I just need the eats.
No, we don't need the eats. Do you think WWE, in hindsight, is going like, oh God, why did we do that?
No.
It's like a drunken mistake.
They made a lot of
merch.
They made a lot of money. They made a lot of money on that.
And merch. I guess I just wasn't around for the rides of him, but I was there when he's being pushed as the top guy. So I thought that was always a thing. So it's
wow.
Oh, now he's making excuses. Look at this. Now he's making excuses.
Wow.
Well played.
Oh! Fatality.
You know what I like about that? You know what I like about that clip? You see Jade there looking at it. It's like, huh, that's how you take a punch. Interesting.
Right?
I should try that maybe. That's how you sell.
And that's it. And that's just yeah. There's a certain and I'm sure the flavor of that cake is called Jada. Just saying.
Ugh.
All right, Ego, your number 3.
Okay. I think we talked about this last week when you guys were telling me that Finn Balor was pushed to be the guy, and he won the inaugural Universal Championship belt in 2016, and then he got injured. What I didn't know was that this would also lead the way for Kevin Owens to actually win the championship and have his own run in that same year, 2016. So
his only title run.
And that's very surprising for me. I thought he would have had more chances at it because I kind of saw what he did at NXT, and when I heard he was Universal Champion, I was like, oh, okay, he's gonna get more cracks at this. But I didn't know that his main run was due to an injury to Finn Balor. So with that in mind, I've got that at number 3.
Okay, Brad, you're number 3.
In the words of the legendary Rush Limbaugh, dittos.
Oh,
Kevin Owens.
KO. All righty.
Yeah. That was wasn't that also when we had the Jericho
Made the list.
Yep, we had the Festival of Friendship about to happen.
Yes. God, that was great.
That was awesome. That was an awesome scene. That was an awesome skit.
Matt, you're number 3.
I think it was about 5 years ago, maybe. In AEW, Danhausen was getting this big push, and then he broke his leg, and guess who stepped in to get the push? CM Punk.
CM Punk. Look like CM Punk ever needs a reason to get a push.
Well, it was a big storyline that Punk took over because Danhausen got a legit broken leg type of thing.
Right.
You know?
Gotcha. My number 3. We have commented on how the marked improvement we have seen of this one talent, but without any injury to Liv Morgan, when she and Raquel were the tag team champions, the Liv goes down with an injury. In storyline, they insert Roxanne to be the tag team partner. Raquel Rodriguez stepped up and really became a much better in-ring talent. And it really showed what she can do, and especially because she had to be the leader now. So she was always kind of the background character. And as we see that Liv Morgan is back, she's back to being a background character again. But had not been for that injury to Liv, we would not have gotten that run that Raquel had. All right, Ego, you're number 2.
All right, I don't necessarily know if this counts, but it is Rey Mysterio in 2006 because of Eddie Guerrero with an injury that you can never come back from, which is not being on the earth anymore. Yeah.
That's
I got
a
that
major
number
injury.
2. Yeah, his 2006 title win. I'm not sure if he ever, and I really mean ever, gets a title push like that. Especially not for a second time, if not for Eddie Guerrero's passings. But I've got that at number 2.
All right. Hang on just a second here.
You are cursed.
All right, Brad, you're number 2.
Let's go back to 1999 because I'm bringing up what Eagle was talking about. Stone Cold Steve Austin out with a neck injury.
Uh-huh.
And I think Joker would very much like to get back into a time machine. Rev up that DeLorean.
Hey, Rock, go fuck yourself.
Go back and protect Steve's neck over and over again to prevent the rise of The Rock. I understand
Hey,
why.
Rock, go fuck yourself.
I understand why Eagle picked Triple H, but the bottom line is, and Joker hates it, but it is a fact, The Rock became the superstar he is because of Austin going out at that time.
Yes. And one last time.
Hey, Rock, go fuck yourself.
Well, we'll see how the box office of Moana does.
It's not looking good. It's not looking good already.
Is it as good as Black Adam?
Maybe worse, but he wanted to be. He would have gone down the road of Indiana Jones had he just looked like him instead.
If only he had someone to look up to, because he didn't have any representation
Right.
of his culture in any media he was involved with as a child.
Right.
Fuck you, Dwayne.
Hey, Rock! Go fuck yourself!
I mean, seriously, he's part of the fucking Samoan family. What the hell?
All right, Matt, you're number 2.
Ego, I want to remind you, the only wrestler who's ever recovered from death is Triple H. As Jim Ross pointed out on TV, oh my God, Triple H has risen from the dead.
Jesus Christ.
God damn it. Okay.
Wow.
Go
So
on,
what,
Matt.
number 2 or 3? What do we have?
2.
Wow.
Too.
Okay, this one is. So when I did this list, other than number 1, I was like, what I remember as being memorable, and this is one for number 2. I think it was in around 2010. Edge got hurt, and he was with a team with Chris Jericho, and for some reason they put Jericho together with the Big Show, and they became the Jericho Show. It had a really fun tag team run.
True.
I don't remember all the details of how it worked out. I just remember they called it the Jericho Show, and I was like, I remember it being due to was it Edge or Christian getting hurt, one of the two of them, and it was just a fun tag team run, you know. So.
All right, my number 2. Ego, you mentioned your number 4, Braun Breaker. Well, recently, wasn't he off TV for a few months because of a hernia, right?
Uh-huh.
Who has taken that ball and just ran with it, and it's not coming back ever? He's not going to give that ball back to Braun Breaker ever.
The ruler has arrived!
Obafemi.
Yeah, nice. I didn't think that.
Because they were leaning having Braun be in this world championship area. He goes down for a little bit, and they needed a shiny toy, and here comes a guy strutting, and
6 weeks,
and he's the biggest star in wrestling right now. Obafemi is my number 2. Ego, it's time for your number 1.
I wish I had thought of what you said, but
you can always call in audible. I'm just saying.
I might not. I wish I could. It's just that this is one thing that I saw in real time with you guys, and it's going for something that was an obscure act that was meant to be funny to literal cultural icon at the World Cup, and that is El Grande Americano, the remix, taking over and taking advantage of El Grande Americano Original being injured in 2025. Oh my God. Oh my God. Not only did it wind up being something that went from being funny to being taken seriously, they were also able to fold that into a storyline once the injured El Grande Americano came back. They feuded for 3 to 4 months, had an epic match that is a match of the year candidate, and it's culminating to the fact that El Grande Americano, the remix, may never take that mask off again. That might be him.
He should
for until death. I mean, the fact that he was on the Titantron at the World Cup, chanting for Mexico, it means like this thing has become bigger than wrestling for Mexico. And I can't think of anyone else who had that cultural impact other than him. Sorry, but
I have to agree with one of the statements Ego said. He should never take that mask off because then he can never be identified in court and convicted of any crimes.
I like it.
All right, Brad, you're in the number 1.
Let's go back to 2019. What happened in 2019? What are the most improbable things ever happened?
Vince
Mustafa Ali got a concussion.
Yes, he did.
So we needed someone to take his place in the Elimination Chamber. Thus began the birth and the amazing happenstance of Kofi Mania.
That's right.
Kofi Kingston became WWE champion. Holy balls.
That match was awesome, too.
That was a great match.
Awesome.
Great match. But the idea the Kofi Kingston. Let's be honest. I mean, he was a mid carder, total mid carder, total tag team guy. All of a sudden, the groundswell of him just getting that opportunity that created a world champion. Short as it lasted, but he would have never become world champion. You can't. For this guy, that's why I put him above all the others. Because I got Randy, I got Cena, I got Kevin, I got Rock. Those are all major players. Kofi Kingston was never a major player.
Right.
So he benefited from that injury that made him a top guy for a few weeks.
Okay. Until 16 seconds. Oh, poor guy.
Hey, abs last longer at sex.
Not gonna. Well,
he's
Fatality.
That's probably why he only lasts 37 seconds.
Matt, your number one.
My number one's been mentioned before. Back when Kevin Owens and Finn Balor situation. Kind of lost in that is Finn Balor himself got that circumstance because there was some injuries before that, and Vince listened. But that was back when Vince didn't care about NXT, was very negative on the guys coming up, and so he listened to Triple H. Finn Balor got that push for the one-day title hold, and then he obviously got the injury, which led to Kevin Owens. So there was that's Kevin Owens is my number one.
KO is number
KO. Okay.
One. And I think he's going to run away with this one because mine, number one, the shift happened in a post-match off-mic comment where this person told the Women's World Championship, everything you love will become mine. Everything will become mine. After WrestleMania 40, Rhea Ripley goes down with an injury. Liv Morgan became an absolute superstar. Shifting to this vixen heel character, the seduction of Dominic, the taking not only the Women's World Championship, taking Dominic, taking the Judgment Day, and it finally came full circle when Rhea won the WWE Women's Championship. And the last thing we see of her on Raw is Liv Morgan saying, "Guess I won't be seeing you anymore." As Rhea walks off sad. Liv won, and Liv became the superstar that we know now because of this, because of an injury. So Liv Morgan is my number one. So it looks like we've got a three-way tie for second
and third.
And third. Okay. So let's hear them.
At third, we got Rey Mysterio, we got The Rock, we got Oba.
Okay.
At fifth, we have El Grande 2.0, Kofi Kingston, and Liv. And the clear winner is Kevin Owens.
Kevin Owens.
And he will never win anything again, apparently.
Well, you never
Wasn't
know.
it like a year before that he came up strong, but Vince basically squashed him? Cena put him over for that first couple matches, and like a year before that, year and a half, something like that.
I just know that I think because, well, I mean, he is coaching for LFG. I think I think he is coming back, which I would love to see. I'm just saying, because could you imagine just the promo battles alone between Kevin Owens and CM Punk? That'd be nice. That'd be very, very nice. But that is our top five. I'm looking at the chat. We are still at 11 likes. If someone would love to hit that, just hit that thumbs up so we can do a special segment and see Momo. I really don't like not seeing Momo for 2 weeks in a row. Kind of saddens my heart a little bit. But we're going to go around the horn and talk about everything that's going on with us. Mr. LeftEyeEgo, what do you have coming up, sir?
Man, I'm not gonna lie. It's surviving having the baby sleep in his bassinet. That's what's coming up. If there was any content, it will be because he finally sleeps in his bassinet. We're surviving over here at House Ego, so everything is clearly been on his time until we figure that out. So something comes up again, I will show y'all as soon as it comes up. It's just, again, I got nothing for the meantime, guys.
Just don't show him that shirt or he might not sleep ever again.
So what you're saying is, the moment your son wakes up,
your ruler has arrived.
He should be used to that. He should be used to that with Shiro.
Right?
I didn't think it'd be like a triple threat.
Fatality.
That's a tag team and a half. Jesus.
It's a handicap match.
You are a serious handicap match, dude.
Every day.
Mr. Duke Devil 95, what do you have coming up, sir?
You did not see the secret unboxing video I was doing with my new hat that just like.
Oh, look at that!
Nice. Kind of nice, yeah. Wormhole watch this week will hopefully.
Hang on. Show the hat again.
Well,
very, very nice.
So, Wormhole Watch this week ended up being a special again, unfortunately, because our special guest was unable to join us. If you have not figured out who the special guest is, you are not looking over my right shoulder. We have rescheduled for this coming Monday. Yes, Captain America is coming. It's Chris Evans. Chris Evans will be appearing. Or Avery Brooks, which would also actually be incredibly awesome. So we have a special this week. We actually go back and watch the Next Generation episode, Sins of the Father, an outstanding Worf episode. We are watching Worf episodes for a reason, because Worf appears one time in Deep Space Nine and never appears again for the next 3 seasons of the show.
Wow.
Yeah. I may also have another Latinum Lounge coming out. I put out one this week where myself and my buddy from college spend about an hour talking Picard. There's a part 2 to that too, because we are really nerds.
Wow, truly. And the shameless, exacerbating Terminator, Matt, what do you have coming up, sir?
Well, obviously we'll be on Roman. Well, Roman shows Sans Roman tomorrow, which right. Roman has begun Roman's run in real life. Other than that, I may have some good news on the medical front next week. I could be making it to a wheelchair tomorrow for the first time in a while, and that's the next step on rehab road. So,
very cool, very, very cool. And as for myself, yes, I will be on Roman of the Empire's channel tomorrow. It will be Shield Wall. He is steering the ship. I think we're doing a round. I think we're doing a free range show tomorrow. Just a variety of topics. Roman's got the real life stuff going on. He's pulling a Roman Reigns and taking a break. Sure, until he comes back and we can all acknowledge him. So, and I will also be dropping some video shorts this weekend. And we'll be right back here next week as we are even closer to the biggest party of the summer. That is Summerslam. And before I go, I would like to tell everyone, thank you for stopping by. Keep talking. Keep having fun. Until next week, on behalf of all of us,
Toodles!
Take care. Always have fun.
Here we go.
is like gravity. All it takes is a little push.
Ah!